Good morning. How's everybody doing? It is cold, chilly outside. And it's chilly in here as well. I have a new project today. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to be making. I did this one just now to kind of see roughly what it would look like. And I'm going to be doing the car, the truck. I don't know. Let me show you a picture. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna have the tree. So it's gonna be this ornament here. Now I did this one with the ornament. I did that. And I thought it turned out real cute. Now, the one that I saw on the video showed burlap. So, she said you can use anything heavy. So, what I did was, I didn't get any burlap. I thought this kind of looks, it looked good. And what this is that I used right here is we had stopped at Harbor Freight. So I got the drop cloth canvas, which is this right here. And comes in a bag. And she said in the video that you can use this type. So the other day I wanted to make these ornaments, so I went and got me a big deal of this. Now I kind of like this. It's heavy, and that's what she calls for, is heavy. So that's what I purchased. And so I'm just randomly cutting out my pieces here. And I'm going to need 2 of them because I did the front and then you do the back. So I'm just roughly cutting my pieces out. You would imagine of using stuff that you can use. Now, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the iron and I'm just going to starch it and get the wrinkles off of it. So I will be right back. Okay, I've got my 2 pieces together. Now, I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to do the car in this. The red. And I was going to do it in the black. I might still do it in the black. I don't know yet. Okay. I'm trying to get all the supplies here. Now, what I need to do is, trying to find my other heat and bond. Now, for your fabrics, I use Heat and Bond Light. I back it with my fabric. It turns out, it turns out better. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here and then I'm going to go press my fabric to this Heat and Bond. And I'll be right back. Okay, I got lightly pressed and on the backing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you, oh, I need to cut a piece of batting. That's what I needed. And you need a piece of batting. So I'm going to just roughly cut. I'm just roughly cutting a piece of batting. Okay, so I'm going to pause you again, and I'm going to take you over to my embroidery machine. And I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. I'll be so glad to get my new, oh, Lord. My new tripod stand-in. I think I'm just going to have to turn you like this. I have me a lint roller. Here. Just for this problem. Let's see. I've got, you got a hoop lightweight. Oh, I better close my, lightweight, well, tearaway stabilizer. I should be getting it in Wednesday or Thursday. That way I can stand it up and y'all will be actually be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm on my 5x7 hoop. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it into the machine. And I've got my red embroidery thread in there as well. But this here, I can get all the lint off of this. Okay, here we go. Now the first thing that it's telling me to do is I'm gonna stitch out the placement line. So I'm gonna lower. I'm gonna stitch out the placement line. Okay, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. If you can see, it's stitching out the placement line for the truck. Now, it don't look like a truck, but it will eventually, so it did the placement stitch. So, what I got to do, and that's why I got to cut everything down, because I don't know. I think this is going to be a small ornament. and that's okay. So I think okay, I can just cut this in half. It's not a very big ornament. Okay, we won't need that right now. What you're going to do is you're going to lay your batting. I need to see how much I need. Okay, now I've got my heating bond, and I'm going to spray this away from the machine. Very important. Okay, you're going to lay your batting down first. Then I could probably get away with cutting this down here. Okay, now I'm going to spray my batting. Okay, now my duck cloth will go on top of that. Okay, you see I got everything. I did my placement stitch. I sprayed some batting onto the stabilizer. I did that. Then I sprayed the duck cloth on top of the batting, and I sprayed it with stabilizer. Now I'm going to put it back in the machine, and I'm going to stitch. It's going to stitch the placement for me to put the fabric on. So, put it back in the machine. I hate this damn thing. Okay. You're not going to be able to see. I keep turning and moving the iPad. I hate it. So y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now here is the placement stitch on the duck cloth. Okay, now I'm going to lay my fabric on top of there. Which I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stitch this out. So I'm going to peel back my heating bond. And I'm going to lay it right on top of that design. Kind of press it down a little bit. Put it back on the machine. And now I'm fixing to stitch. Let's see, what am I stitching out? Okay. Oh, okay. This is not yet. Okay. I got to go find me, let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, it's telling me to do a placement stitch for the tree. And so I had to go grab some fabric for the tree. I wasn't sure because on this one it just stitched out the little holly leaf. So on the deer head. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my green in and I'm going to do the placement stitch. Trying to find my little cap. And I don't know what. My daughter's cleaned my sewing room and here we go. Sorry about that. I'm never prepared for anything. Okay. So I'm going to stitch out the tree and I'm going to use this fabric right here. So I guess you're stitching that out first. Okay. It's a little bitty tree. Okay. Just so I can show you, but there's the little tree right there. Alright. So we're going to stitch that down. Something just bit me. So I'm going to put it down now. I'm fixing to stitch it. And always when you're doing machine embroidery, always make sure that you clip that little stitch there because you don't want it to get caught up in your stitching. I guess the truck's gonna be last, so. Okay, now we're going to take it out of the hoop. That's where it stitched the tree. So now I'm going to cut around that placement stitch. this would be kind of hard to do, but they're not. And they have a 5x7 one. It's pretty big. Okay, now it's going to stitch the placement line for the truck, but I'm just going to leave it in green. No, I'm gonna do red. I'm gonna take it back out and do the red. Okay, now it's going to do the placement stitch for the truck. Okay, stop your machine. You want to clip that thread. I'm sorry that you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry guys, the vibration just knocked my iPad over. Okay, now I'm gonna stick my fabric. Okay, make sure you trim that thread. So how's everybody's morning? Me, it's a Monday. Ain't nothing too perfect on that one. You know, this truck can get bigger, and I'm thinking about doing a larger one to kind of see what it looks like. It'll be real cute on the tree. We're not putting a tree up this year. We're going to do it next year. God forbid me, we're going to be at my son's, and I don't know if that's going to be anything, because my son, I don't know, this girl that he's married, oh man. Well, he's been married to her for a while, but she don't do nothing, you know. And they came over here Thanksgiving. And she don't help with nothing. And poor Brentley, my grandbaby, he wanted to stay here. He's been calling me Nana. But he wanted to stay here with me. And he didn't like the fact that he had to go home. It's crazy. So nauseated. Okay. Now, I gotta see what these little pieces are. But, okay. There's part of the truck applique right there. I guess it's asking for the window. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I think it might be asking for the window. Stitch it out. I think so. I might need to get yeah, it's for the window. Okay, I'm trying to see the color. So I guess I'm just going to use this color right here. Okay.
Hey, I'm Karen with K Market. Today.
Sorry about that. All right. I'm just going to cut it. I'll spray some of this heat and bond light to it. This still works the same as it still works the same as putting the heat and bond the paper. And I'm just stitching this out in red. Oh well. They even have it's got a camper. That camper would be cute. I think you do the wheels too. So, yeah, you got applique for the wheels, which is black, like a gray. So, I probably will reach over here and get my black fabric. I'll be right back. Okay, I kind of found this fabric. It looks like a gray, and I'm going to did it do the wheels already? Okay. Now I'm fixing to stitch out the wheels. see what it's looking like so far? Isn't that cute? Okay. Now, I'm just going to stick it on there. Now, I need to find out something because okay. Okay. We got it. We're almost done with this project. Now, I just need to cut the placement on these wheels. And then put the backing, and we should be done. I like it. It gives that vintage look. But like I was saying earlier, I dread going over to my son's for Christmas. I dread it. But okay, here is the wheel. That's what it's looking like so far. Isn't that cute? I like it. All right, now we're going to place our backing. So we're going to place our other duck cloth. We're going to place it in the back, but I need to cut some of this down. And then I'm going to put some of this red twine for the hanger. On the back here. And they had that jute twine which I need to get some of that. Okay, I'm going to take my tape. And where did I want to put it? Oh. Right there. Okay. Spray my duck cloth. Take this in. We're almost done. It's fixing to stitch this out. I'm going to put a piece of tape right there just so it'll hold it down. Alright, for the last step, I think it's going to do the bean stitch all the way around it. And then we'll be done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this stitch out and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it's finished. So, we're going to take it out of, and that's what it looks like. And I'm going to do the red one. I'm going to see what the red one looks like. So, I need to be careful.